to try and go some front to back. Problem is, of course, you know, Xin Zhao with the ultimate is kind of hard to get through, but there's no like true, really tanky champion on AL right now. So that might be the angle there for FlyQuest. Knocked out of MSI last year. He still showed no fear on the international stage, and we're starting out with Bwipo here taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Tarzan's going to chase him down. Bwipo with a Justice Punch. Might have to burn the flash here. Shank's still on the chase as well. Bwipo flashes into the pit, we assume, and Tarzan will chase him down. Bwipo no tools to get away from this one. Tarzan.
We do get the Spellbook Rakan using Teleport to go cover.
Unsealed Spellbook gives you so much more flexibility. The jump comes in, Inspired there. Flandre flashes away, Inspired flashes out of tower range, but Flandre is still alive, and Masu takes an extra tower shot. The spear not enough to pierce through Flandre's defenses, but Masu just needs an auto attack. Scrap shield, Busio will get it. FlyQuest on the board, the knockup though coming out from Kyle. The heal enough to keep Busio alive. The corner on this red buff as well. Tarzan's beginning to collapse. Flandre obviously no flash, puts the equalizer down. Inspired gets the smite, gets the red, and gets the Starfall, but the Crescent Guard will knock him back. Trying to get in range to get to this Blast Cone, but the chase will continue from anyone's legend. The Blast Cone only knocks Inspired up, and down he goes as Tarzan gets his second.
And after that, then you have the luxury. You can go get the grubs afterwards.
You can. For the moment though, FlyQuest still with a small gold lead. Likely through plate, although Bwipo's farm, actually having a look at it right now, 84 to 58. Flandre having to deal with that 2v1 situation in the top side has struggled a little bit. Busio going in, here's the Grand Starfall as well, onto Tarzan. Good double seismic shove, Tarzan's going to jump onto Masu. Hope trying to join the fight as Tarzan heals up a little bit. Inspired still on the chase, the Shockwave pulls Tarzan back, and it's an even scoreline at 2 for 2.
If it is going to be an answer for Quad, he will have to invest his teleport.
There it is.
Going to have to do it early.
Kyle going into the pit, Inspired immediately jumps on him, and Kyle makes a hasty retreat, flashes away from the piercing darkness. The Weaver's Wall separates AL from FlyQuest. Not really the distinction you wanted to make. Shank's TPing away as
so forcing the flash and Masu investing the ulti, but the answer.
Shanks does have flash here, but across the wall lies a Quad, and he's going to flash straight into him. Quad with the Shockwave will pull him back, and Inspired lies in wait in the jungle, claims the feat of warfare for FlyQuest.
Nice use of the global here, and it actually...
Grand entrance is going to land the knockup here. Busio, the shield from the crash down, already down. Masu coming across, can heal up Busio a little bit, and will force Tarzan and Kyle away.
FlyQuest playing the map well here, answering the moves from AL. Looks like he's just getting the minion wave here.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to kill Bwipo, but Bwipo might try and turn this one around. Doesn't really have a huge amount of mana and goes through. Has TP, as does Flandre, but neither of the top laners investing it as of yet. Flandre about to recall. Masu looking for an engage. There's the Weaver's Wall, and anyone's legend will steal this away. The Grand Starfall onto the wrong side of it. Galio coming in with a hero's entrance as well. Hope pops the Feather Storm. Shanks putting the damage down onto Inspired, but he's in a 2v1 at the top of the pit. Inspired falling low, still has 400 health to work with. Kyle going in as well as Inspired gets the Sun to Sky proc and will heal himself back up. He flashes over the back of the pit, and anyone's legend, you got the Rift Herald, but you don't get much else. Tarzan flashes in. Wind becomes lightning, and Bwipo becomes dead. And not Bwipo, Inspired becomes dead as Bwipo's on the chase. Tarzan forced back through the jungle and should fall here.
Yeah, I mean, he is trying to take it out. Like
Hope.
this on two
Just
sides.
1v1 Hope.
This is crazy. This fight got so spread out on two different sides, each of them going to the opposite side of the map. In the end, they do get Tarzan on the other side. And Inspired is able to gain some distance, but as you know, the flash answer is over the top. This just changes so much for the game, though. You know, as scrappy as it gets, that is a lot of money in kills, and FlyQuest do have a very good team fight.
It's 2,000 gold lead now for FlyQuest. They are in prime position in this game. Anyone's legend did get the Rift Herald. The Drake, though, will be secured by FlyQuest. That's their second of the game. Bwipo so tanky here as well. And just coming back to that play around the Rift Herald, I want to give so much credit to Quad and to Busio.
Both of them have gotten close in the past, but...
Oh, goes in for the knockup. There's the charm quickness coming out as well as Masu walks away. Busio getting charmed up, but in the end, Kyle and Hope will just be a very solid spot. For anyone legend, they are still scaling. Zaya so strong as the game goes on. Tarzan in a really strong position himself as well as Masu trades onto Hope. Weaver's Wall coming out. Masu on the wrong side of it as Kyle looks for the engage. Hero's entrance coming out as well. Masu able to sidestep all of the engage from anyone's legend. Tarzan separated from his team. Bwipo down to half HP, but he's still damn tanky. Quad comes in looking for Tarzan towards the top side. Can't quite find what he was looking for there. The Rift held down, and it's a fight to stop this from getting the charge in. Quad oversteps a little bit. Shockwave only lands onto Kyle. Rift held charged in. Busio on the backline goes out with the Magnet Storm, trying to retreat. The tower still stands, as does everyone on the Rift. Tarzan tries to change it as the seismic shove finds its mark. Masu falls, and FlyQuest now with a man advantage can push in for the first tower of the game.
Wow, that was
second tower of the game.
Dragon spawn. Everybody here concerned about the Otacon first, though.
Oh, Busio knocked up here. Hope getting forced away by Masu once again. Inspired on the chase. Quad coming in from the side. Crescent Guard going out. Tarzan goes forward here as entrance used. Tarzan able to escape it. Hope with a Feather Storm to escape the shockwave. Now Bwippo's on the front line as anyone's legends begin to collapse. The equalizer out. Bwippo down to half HP. The chase in with the Grand Star. Fallen Flandre has to flash away, but he can't escape the clutches of Inspired. Masu gets the kill. Great double Magnet Storm from Busio as FlyQuest starts to turn the fight around. They find two. They're looking for more. Inspired chased out by Shanks. But Busio could look for a little bit more here. The remount may be enough. Masu on the chase for Hope, and he finds it. Extinguished is Hope for anyone's legends. Shanks now caught out in the blue side jungle, and with FlyQuest collapsing, I think there's no escape for the AL mid laner.
Yeah, Shanks is the last one left alive, and all of FlyQuest are coming to chase him down. 4 members will be enough. Busio actually takes it. A little bit less than ideal, but they're hyped up. They're going to be able to get the top side as well during the same time, because Bwippo up there pushing on the Galio, and the power of the FlyQuest team fight medic is really... Yeah, okay, on the front line there, then Bwippo buys so much time on his Galio, and the Rumble ultimate, only the Otacon is getting burned down, so they're forcing the issue here.
Bwippo's going to try and get into the middle of them. Kyle trying to block him. The Otacon secured. Tarzan taunted up. Busio there with the Shadowing Strike stun as well. No tower here to defend AL. The Weaver's Wall, though, will split up the fight. AL, are you retreating? Are you attacking? That's the question. They look for Bwippo. They can't find him, and now Masu has that flank position. Busio goes in. There's the Magnet Storm. Only lands on 2. Kyle able to dodge away and gets the charm onto Bwippo to stop the hero's entrance. Dawning Shadow coming out. There's the Feather Storm, but the Shockwave still lands, and FlyQuest are hungry for blood. They're chasing forward. Hope's gonna fall as well. A triple already for Quad. Tarzan flashes away, but where can you escape to? The Grand Starfall coming out. Masu looking for the chase, and Tarzan will find no mercy from FlyQuest.
FlyQuest, they've got him cornered here in the alcove, and they get the ace, which will turn into the Baron. Game number 1 here. Home field advantage for FlyQuest showing up, and they have it under control.
7,000 gold ahead when this Baron falls. 26 minutes in, there's a Mountain Soul for them in 3 minutes time.
Not going to do so just yet, though, so FlyQuest move in, slowly get some extra advantages here. These secondary towers on the side can be kind of trapped sometimes, as far as the positioning for those team fights, so don't want to get too risky there.
I've seen many a good game die to an overpush towards that bot inhibitor. Shanks caught out here as entrance going down, slice of shove only onto Bwippo, and it won't be enough. He's tanky, absolutely tanking them for days. FlyQuest, Bwippo's health bar hasn't even moved, and Shanks has to retreat.
Yeah, and we touched on it a little bit, but Shanks' timeline here is cool to see him on the international stage, but it is his first. But here on his 2nd year with AL on the international stage now, we'll see if they can do anything to pull this one back.
Back the Magnet Storm immediately. Dawning Shadow coming out. Kyle's going back with the charm. The seismic shove's good, but they just have wallets that are too damn big. FlyQuest chasing in. It's a double already for them. Tarzan in the middle of 3. He'll fall as well. Inspired goes a little bit deep, but so far it's a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of FlyQuest.
FlyQuest, all that's left is to push in. Bwippo gonna chase the last remnants of AL here down.
All he's doing is delaying. You've got Masu and Busio pushing through mid. The TP comes out and will get back to those Nexus towers with Shanks here to defend. I don't think FlyQuest can push for the win, although opening up the base is a FlyQuest special. I've seen them win with minions and win with the TP tech before.
With these team comps being so tanky, a Mountain Soul on top of it.
This is a shellacking. Yeah. Like, it was close in the early game, but as soon as still, you can give up an inhibitor and still try and force a fight around that. Elder, FlyQuest have started up the Baron, but have stopped it. The Weaver's Wall comes out. Inspired and Quad on one side of it, the rest of FlyQuest on the other, but It's much ado about nothing as AL can't find an avenue to engage. Kyle steps forward and dodges away from the command attack.
All right, very antsy to pull off of this Baron, but with that Weaver's Wall going down, didn't want anything to happen, so they just wait around for the... Yes, gets the stop.
Kyle now pops the quickness, only gets the charm onto Busio. Shadowing Strike's going to hit as well. There's the shockwave, the Magnet Storm, in fact, to bring it back. Quad goes godlike, yet to die here. 7-0-13. A Baron in FlyQuest's eyes, and AL can do nothing about it.
Yeah, FlyQuest chase him down. Kyle has been so good in the LPL. FlyQuest, though, with this game, they've just had such a massive advantage that they should be able to steamroll.
It's weird to say should, because I understand where it comes from. But if this was Gen G versus anyone else, we'd say it's done. It's over. They're like, FlyQuest
just takes too long for AL to kill anyone, and so they might even get trapped themselves.
Tarzan's going to jump onto Busio. I've seen this story before, Kobe. Whippo is split pushing. There's a teleport available for Quad, but the heroes just coming in from Whippo. As already Tarzan falling low, healed up, and the Redemption coming out will pop him up. The Dawning Shadow enough to take him down, though. Kyle next up. Feather Storm forward, but Quad surviving through an absolute age. Grand Star full is the death of AL here. FlyQuest clean it up. Whippo TP's back to bot. And the win is here for FlyQuest.
FlyQuest in the opening game. The team play is here. What a draft. They're going to take #1.
Here in Vancouver on home turf in front of friends and family. FlyQuest come out fighting 1-0 NA. Engage potential with that hostile takeover. There it is, locked in for Busio.
Yeah, Busio definitely has been really good with this pairing here for the bottom lane. See if they can get any sort of dragon positioning. This time around, though, on Kalista. Still having to respect that power of the Nico, despite those nerfs.
Oh, Whippo trading in here. Flounder gets the level 2. The ghouls are not enough, and once again, he's on his way across. Inspired has hit that level 6. Whippo always has the Death Realm. Smite comes out from Inspired, will secure the first grub, and then Vault Breakers his way to safety.
Yeah, I think Tarzan might have got that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He walked up, able to get it, and he chased him out. So they'll get the full 3-pack.
100% right there, Kobe.
They get their might spawn. That is so big, Medic, for split pushing.
Yeah, 100%. That's quickly enough will be the second neutral objective for AL, as well as obviously they got those grubs a little bit earlier on. No real opportunity. Waiting around the corner, looking to see perhaps if AL do overextend into this. Both the junglers actually tracking each other a lot through this early game, even though they started on opposite sides of the map. Season 6 going out as they look for Hope. Face call as well. Flash hostile takeover. And Hope, even with the barrier, needs another auto on Busio. He gets the redemption, but it's too late. And here comes Tarzan. 2 quick kills for Tarzan as we talk about the junglers tracking each other. Tarzan lying in wait, claims a double. Whippo, well, yeah, the Maiden's going to kill you there. Good flash from Flandre to get out.
Shanks, though, just walks over.
It's Kyle, actually. I know it can be confusing from time to time, as does say Shanks above his name. But Kyle here, looking for the Tangle Barbs, will land it onto Busio. A rocket comes in from Hope as well and takes Busio down to half. The wave on its way, about 10 seconds before it's there. Tarzan will spot Inspired, and Whippo coming in from the side, tries to dodge away, not hit by the Vault Breaker, puts down the Frozen Domain, and this is his turf you're playing on. There's the Realm Walk coming out from Shanks. Hostile takeover, not going to connect onto AL. Masu Force, low Fate's call, out the bailout. Just means he dies a little later. Whippo will manage to kill off Shanks, though, as Flandre gets a double towards the top side. Tarzan will take out Whippo, and in the end, a 3-for-1 exchange as well while you're watching the action unfold. Keep an eye out for exclusive drops just for tuning into MSI. All you need to do is be logged in. And Quad, who's going to be answering Flandre towards this top side. Inspired has the cease and desist and talked about picks. This is the sort of thing you need to do if you're FlyQuest. The problem is Quad can't catch up, and Flandre respects the fact that he really doesn't know where the FlyQuest mid jungle are, so he'll just back away. Rift Herald used by Tarzan in the mid lane after they claim the Cloud Drake will be a Mountain Soul once again in this series, and with the Rift Herald charging in, I don't really think any defense can be mounted by FlyQuest. They cede control, of the mid wave. Vito will charge forward. Quad here now.
Feels like the reverse,
yeah.
Even though it is a different style. But here's the attempt on the play.
Shanks flashes away. The TP coming in. Victor can stop that. He will use the Arcane Storm to do so. Shanks in the death realm now as Bwippo flashes forward and will claim the kill. Here comes Kyle. The rest of his team nowhere nearby, but he lands the Tangle Barbs onto Bwippo. The tower shot's not enough. Flandre unstoppable as he kills off Quad towards the top side. Tarzan was kept at bay by Busio and by Marsu, and in the end will be a 1-for-1 exchange. The handshake from Busio. Tarzan chasing forward onto Marsu. Busio, there's a good pillar behind them. The Fate's call that will pull them back. Hostile takeover, not going to do enough. And Marsu and Busio should be able to walk away, but Hope has other ideas. Now underneath the tower, Bwippo and Marsu can trade back onto this. And Marsu will be brought back with the bailout. Inspired, looking for Kyle. Tarzan's on his case now, on the chase now, as the pillar comes out to stop the Bolt Breaker. Inspired has no summoners, and in the middle of Kyle and Tarzan, he will fall.
And the entire time.
Cheeky angle by which he can get in. Kyle using the shape splitter to give a little bit more vision. There's the Atacon secured for AL.
Objective bounty shutdown on the other side of the map.
See if you can get that tower, which Bwippo should be able to do. Has a cannon wave there and already has his Riftmaker and the Rylai's finish, so his auto attack's doing that a little bit more damage. Inspire's going to shadow him. Might as well try and steal away some of this jungle, especially since...
Looks like they are going to teleport just to send for it, though, even though they're down.
Oh, Busio there. Kyle trying to step forward. There's a TP in from Bwippo, the Maiden. First target. Marsu's going to get chased down by Tarzan, though, as the chomp comes out. Marsu nearly claims the Fate's Call used as well to get Busio to safety. Then Blastcone's inspired across, and with those ultimates used, with that sequence of plays, FlyQuest will just back away. AL will get themselves on Soul Point with a 6,000 gold lead as level lead for the Yorick over the Vi. Tarzan even 2 levels up against his lane opponent. Bwippo caught out with the pillar. There's the root as well. As Bwippo goes down to half HP, flashing away in the end. We'll get the shield. Tarzan with that subjugate doing a huge amount of work. The wave pushed in. Meanwhile, Hope is getting mid-wave in as well, and FlyQuest will be too slow to respond to that. They also have to think about the top inhibitor because that's beginning to be hit by the minions. Tarzan chasing Inspired. Bolt Breaker. Inspired's on the wrong side of this wall, and he might have to flash to get out. Kaya with the double knocker with the Pot Blossom. Hostile takeover hits onto no one. Hope flashing away from Marsu, who's on the chase with a Fate's Call as well. And perhaps Marsu and Busio have found a bit of the fight they were looking for. The Ren comes out. Marsu will take down one, gets the bailout as well, but FlyQuest can't find more. Busio walking away wounded, flashes to safety. The Realmwork looking to chase him as Busio thought he could fancy feed away from it, but the Rune Prison in the end is enough to kill him off. AL find 3. They lose their AD carry, sure, but it looks like they're going to add a little bit more to that skill score. Bwippo in the middle of 3 members of AL will try and kill off Tarzan, but Tarzan can flash the wall, and Bwippo doesn't have that same luxury. Flandre now dominating.
Here we go. We're trying to make a big play, but there's no way for him to get past Kyle.
How'd you get in? Like, going in the opposite direction. It's like, yes, you can make some good plays, you can find some good catches, but the health bars are just too big for you to work with right now.
Yeah.
AL with that Baron buff for the next 2 minutes, going to push in through this bot side. FlyQuest have 3 members on the top side. They were looking for that tier 2, looking for those objective bounties, but couldn't quite find them. And now, Anyone's Legend have 2 waves pushing in. They've already taken an inhibitor in this bottom lane. The top lane inhib is open for them as well. They take the inhibitor tower in mid. The root's going to land onto Bwippo as Tarzan continues to wail away, and Bwippo is sent to an early grave by Shanks. Triple inhib is on the cards here for AL if they want it, but they might just look for the Nexus towers. FlyQuest a man down now trying to defend, and I think really Flandre could do it all himself. Double Pot Blossom into the hostile takeover. Flandre is going to turn around and start hitting his own teammates, but it doesn't really matter because now he dashes back forward, flashes in, gives FlyQuest their last rites. Read out the eulogy as we go to 1-1.
AL bouncing right back in game number 2.
Yep.
You know, it was that famous Viego play from him. So we'll see if he can do it here on the international stage. This comp here, they do have lots of playmaking
here, so should be fine. It's pinged out by AL. Busio going in for the knockup onto Hope. Kyle goes back in with the Winter's Bite, but doesn't connect as Marsu swiftly sidesteps it and avoids any concussive blows.
Trying to fight for a wave right now too. They do get their level up.
Busio, good look for Kyle here. Look at the knockup onto him, and the root follows up. Busio's going to be stunned up. Kyle has to flash away from Masu. Does land the Winter's Bite just beforehand. Inspired on his way across as well. Masu flashes away. Busio down to 100 HP. Hope still has a flash of his own, but Kyle does not. Another couple of orders from Inspired would be enough. And the long-range deadly flourish from Masu finds.
And Flandre, since he uses teleport down bottom side, he pushes the wave and then looks for Scion ultimate. Him kind of hovering there through River. Didn't want to...
Destiny. They know that Kyle is not here. Hope flashes away. There's the cleanse, but the curtains have opened and swiftly will close on Hope as FlyQuest. From FlyQuest just to take a Drake for themselves. It will be their first of the game, the first of the game in totality. And it will be an Ocean going into their back pockets. Coming down towards the bottom side, Inspired is lying in wait.
Is this the beginning of the action? Here we go.
Shanks has the Emperor's Divide, will chase Inspired out. There's the Smite Spectrum, more for the Stun Heartbreaker available to him as well. And he dodges across. Inspired possesses his soul, Quad dies, but Inspired survives. And they get those 3 kills on the board. Inspired looking for the tower here as well for that feat of warfare as AL took the Rift Herald. Inspired should be able to take the turret, and that will be feats for FlyQuest. Rift Herald charging through mid, and the mid tier 1 will fall as well. AL about 5 seconds late to the play. FlyQuest claim the feats of warfare. They'll get another charge into the mid tower here as Tarzan continues to push in. AL maybe just looking for the tier 2 here as Hope begins to open up as well. Masu can't defend, only has the Collector right now, and that's 2 quick towers. Masu has to stand in that mid wave to catch the wave, right? He has to be all the way back behind the Razorbeaks as Busio perhaps looking for an engage here as the Drake is secured by AL. Kyle stepping forward, Chain of Corruption only onto Busio. He'll have the Unbreakable Will if he needs to pop it. Trample coming out as well. There's a Destiny behind them as Tarzan was the target, but they only find the clone. And FlyQuest invest the Destiny and don't find much out of it. Also, Whippo coming down from the top lane means that Scion will have a little bit of time with the tower. Inspired caught out with a smite. Scion actually TPing down. Whippo's going to join the fight as well with a teleport of his own. Tarzan with the Cyclone has to flash away. The knock up from Kyle is massive. Inspired falls before he can possess anyone. Shanks with the Ember's Divide across the wall, but Busio is going to knock him back against the wall himself. Masu will get the kill onto Shanks alongside Whippo, but now it's only he and Whippo to defend against 4 members of anyone's legends. Whippo will fall. AL will find 4. Only Masu stands. Soul for the first time this series. Last couple of games it's been Mountain. Busio jumped on, puts down the Unbreakable as Kyle is the one who's caught. Glacial Fisher coming out as well. Unstoppable Onslaught is only going to hit onto Whippo. Cyclone in, but Inspired's already killed off Kyle. And with Quad coming in with the Destiny, the knockback onto Tarzan as well. Flandre falling low. There's a feast available. Whippo flashes forward and he'll nom that Wukong. Shanks next up. Emperor's Divide coming out with the Curtain Call. Will spell curtains for him. FlyQuest have begun to fight back.
They found their pick. They start to get some objective though. Flandre and Hope. They call for the teleport from Kyle. Braum is back.
I mean, but Whippo can just be a frontline. Spectrum War coming out as well. Inspired trying to steal away Flandre, who has to flash away. Kyle now stepping forward, but AL realize they cannot contest the Artican. Unstoppable Onslaught. Tarzan going the long way round back through his own jungle. AL don't really have much vision here. There's Control Ward in as Busio goes in. There's the Unbreakable. Glacial Fisher hits only onto the back line. Whippo looking for the beast. Kyle flashing out and Inspired's already down, so the resets are not on the menu here for FlyQuest. Whippo looking for the knockup. He won't land it, but he will sacrifice his life to keep Masu alive. Hope with a triple, and it is extinguished for FlyQuest.
Yeah, in the straight-up 5v5 showdown, the stare down, that is going to be very difficult to snowball. Kyle is able to flash out there. You know, FlyQuest, they try and just go straight for their reset right on the front line.
To about 3K. While this is happening, Masu is pushing through bot, but AL wrests control of the game out of FlyQuest.
Damage down if they want to get their reset, but with the Baron buff, that has got to be lots of extra pressure here. The 4-1 split push. Scion easily able over to usher up the mid lane as well. So here comes the Fortress. Here comes the Siege. Wait, they're making a 2-member move over towards Flandre. Looks like they do call it off. Again, investing a lot, you know, into the second Lord Doms here for Inspired. So FlyQuest clear are like, hey, we are going to do our burst comp through whatever frontline member is furthest engaged.
Yeah.
And
just if it works, it works.
If it works, it works. Just try and full send and try and get your chains going. If it doesn't...
Oh, Chain of Corruption going down onto Whippo. There's the Sun Disc as well as AL or just misplay a team fight for them to get low. You know, that's the kind of position I'm feeling for FlyQuest here. Quad gonna pop the Ghost to get through that unsealed spellbook, run his way down towards this bottom lane and just try and clear out this one with the TP from the unsealed spellbook. Shanks is recalling now, and FlyQuest will be able to get themselves a little bit of gold. It's 1,000. At the moment though, AL just have their meatballs in the front of the composition. It's all on Flandre to just stand in the way of FlyQuest. Kyle there as well with the Unbreakable. Glacial Fisher coming out. Whippo looking for the steal. Can just get in with that beast. Tarzan though with the Cyclone onto the backline immediately. Quad flashes away. Inspired looking for the resets. He's going to steal away the Wukong. And Flandre's almost down as well. He goes into the zombie form. The chase continues here for FlyQuest. Whippo and Marsu trying to do everything they can. But Shanks puts up a wall. Whippo on Shanks. It's a triple for Shanks. Flashes away from the Rupture. A quadra for Shanks. But he's not going to be able to find more. Whippo trying to chase him down. The Rupture. And that's Whisker away from Ken.
That was a lot more exciting of a fight than I thought it was going to be. Like, AL actually here on the attempt number 2 on this Dragon Soul.
Busio has the Hex Flash. He jumps in, only hits onto Kyle though, and that's not really the target you want. Flandre going in with the double onslaught. The Chem Soul is secured by Tarzan. Bribbo's killed off Flandre. The Inspired going for the resets. Heartbreaker's in. The Emperor survived once again. As Bribbo falls low, the Cyclone off the backline, and this should be it. For anyone's Legends, they find the kills they're looking for. Tarzan comes back to life, and only Marsu and Quad are left alive. Marsu chased out, pops the cleanse, but Shanks will pop his life and can chase him down. Tarzan going forward as well. Tarzan in the end will secure it.
It's not really close for the reset chain, because look at Shanks, the peel right there for the backline. He keeps himself and Hope alive. Really critical plays in back-to-back fights from Shanks.
MasterCard priceless moment of the game there for AL. They secure the Chem Soul, they'll get the Baron off the back of it as well. And although FlyQuest fought valiantly, fought with all their might
to ward off this burst combo from coming through.
Chain of Corruption going down alongside the Cyclone. TP coming in as well from Flandre. He looks to join the fight. Whippo falls though. And that's your tank dead for the next minute. AL now, with the Baroned up minions, can push in for these inhibitor towers. FlyQuest are going to cede control of it. The inhibitor in the mid lane raised to the ground by AL. Masu sidestepping the piercing arrow there, but anyone's Legend look for the win. Seems like it. They have one cannon minion wave to work off. Flandre stepping forward, no damage really to the Nexus towers yet. Now Hope rectifies that. Tarzan jumps onto Inspired, who still has the GA. Flandre tanking up the tower, GA coming out for Inspired, but the collapse begins. Chain of Corruption just short. Busio goes in with a knock-up, but AL continue to push forward. Busio down, Tarzan dodges away, Marsu secures him, but he falls for it. The Nexus in their eyes. AL will go one game away from cleaning out the series.
AL defeated this year for Shanks Aurora pick. This Aurora pick has been flexed between Flandre and Shanks, both of them. This year have been on.
Look at that scoreboard. Obviously the Zig's much better when you can get that lost chapter, have a little bit of mana to just push through the wave. Marsu knocked in there. I can only assume he went in with the satchel and he's dead for it. Pop the flash as well. Tricky for FlyQuest, because obviously trying to get Inspired into a good position. Has the pickaxe, Tarzan coming across now, but as soon as Tarzan's there, it's a little bit trickier for Inspired to really play. Hope trading with Marsu down towards the bottom side. The Satchel Charge is going to knock him back. Busio looking for hook. The barrier onto Stand United, in fact, onto Marsu, but he's down, and the Shen can't join yet. Inspired looking at the damage towards the top side. Will kill off Tarzan, and now can chase onto Hope. He's stunned with the Shield of Daybreak. Hope cleanses away, and Inspired flashes. Inspired stepping back, wants a little bit more of the action, but can't find the Sonic Wave. And in the end, it's a 2-for-1 exchange. Defensive position in the spot lane. Has the lost chapter now though, so can just push out the wave whenever he wants to. I wonder if we'll see Hope move up towards the mid lane and put Shanks down towards that bottom side. Does have the TP coming back off cooldown relatively soon. FlyQuest playing around the mid lane vision, but the Grubs once again secured 4 damage a minute. That is absurd. Obviously helps when you're playing 5v5 teamfights later on the Azir, but Shanks having an absolute blinder there in game 3. Drake secured though, 14 to be completed. Shanks has gone double haunting guys, which the multiple mask build is one we have seen around. Doesn't always go as effectively as you'd like it to, but does give you big damage amp in those early fights.
Yeah, it gains so much. Where I hate it with Quad though.
Quad, Kyle flashes forward, the stun into the wall. Quad just walk back into the bush. The knockup from Inspire coming out as well as he looks for the chase onto Tarzan. Kyle goes back in. The Mega Inferno Bomb going to do a lot of work. Inspire, though, dies even after flashing Shanks with a double. The chase continues onto Busio as Hope looks for him. The piercing light enough. Shanks takes a triple. As well, has the keeper's verdict. Talked already about how much that can change an objective play. Busio with a good hook, but the Solar Flare's going to land a double stun. Steadfast Peasant coming out, the keeper's verdict as well. Busio already down to the culling. Masu now chased out by Kyle and Hope. Tarzan looking for the flank position here. Will get the knock into the wall. The hammer shot, the Steadfast, the Stand United, in fact, onto Masu is not enough to keep him alive. Inspired, though, can begin to open up. Quad going in with the Spirit Rush. The public execution catches Inspired. And we said you got to watch Shanks in these fights. He wasn't even involved for AL. Joins up the fight. Busio stepping a little bit far forward. Steadfast Peasant's going to get the knock up onto Inspired. Solar Flare there for the follow-up. Inspired trying to dash away. Kicks back Kyle, but can't take the taxi to safety. Busio now being chased out by Tarzan and Shanks is on a rampage. This Aurora, so difficult to deal with. The Shadow Dash coming out for the taunt from Britbo. Looking for the damage onto Shank. Keeper's verdict. Knocks Britbo back. He's guilty. Flash forward from Tarzan. Flandre's here for a little piece of the action as well. 11-5 now for AL.
Oh, the skirmishes in the river here for AL just have been outstanding. They crush another one. Bwippo's here this time around. And he gets it. He at least got the crab with his Titanic.
Hope we'll be able to take the first tower of the game up towards this top side. We'll get the feat of strength over to very happy faces all around from AL. Inspired jumping onto Flandre here. TP coming out as well. It's Quad joining the battle. Flandre forced back underneath this tower. Flash kick into the charm. Perfectly coordinated from FlyQuest to find a shutdown.
Nice play there. Inspired goes and finds it. They get the combo, as you say, kind of hands over the shutdown kill. Trying to breed some hope there for FlyQuest and trying to turn it into an objective afterwards as well. They should be able to do so.
That will be the second dragon of the game for FlyQuest. Is exchanged for a Rift Herald from Tarzan. The goal between Shanks and Quad now down below a K, only 600. But Hope has been the true beneficiary of the last few minutes. 2K the lead now he has over Masu. The Flicker Blades and the Essence Reaver complete as the hook goes in from Busio. Looking for Kyle. Zenith Blade wide. Inspired dashes back with the Safeguard. Solar Flare will get the stun onto Masu, but he was able to satchel charge away. Inspired jumps back with the Safeguard. Rift Herald charges in as Whipper goes deep. Zenith Blade onto him. Kyle, the Sonic Wave hits, and the Mega Inferno Bomb is enough to kill off the Leona. The Rift Herald will continue to pound away on this tower until FlyQuest eventually kill it off. Shanks going in. Pueblo dashes across the wall.
FlyQuest looking for something.
Quad has 10 stacks on the Rod of Ages and the Leandries. The hook's going to go in from Busio. Kyle knocked back as well. TP coming in from Shanks, looking for that flank that we talked about so much. Bwippo, the first target. Tarzan will slam him into the wall between worlds. Go Shanks and onto the back line. Go anyone's legend.
Down to that bottom side of the map that you're talking about. They should be able to finish it off in time before FlyQuest can actually make their way through, but they go for the pick.
Goes in for the kick onto Shanks, but he still has the flash and gets away. Quad with the charm onto Tarzan. Has another Spirit Rush, but no real follow-up after it. Mega Inferno Bomb. Inspired jumps onto Tarzan. The Stand United coming out as well as Boomer joins the fray. Tarzan with the Steadfast Presence. Inspired can't get on, but FlyQuest continues to fight. Hope dashing away into the vision out of range for Bwippo. Hope comes back in, and Busio will fall as well. For a moment, it looked superb.
But even with that burst damage, not quite able to finish off.
Gold-wise, vision cleared out here by FlyQuest around this Drake. Would be sole point for them. Inspired goes in. Tarzan very deep, but Shanks comes between worlds across the wall. Dev charge going out. Quad with the chase. Inspired jumps across the wall as well, but they can't land anything onto this Aurora. Inspired's going to have to try and jump away. Lands a Sonic Wave, but there's not much follow-up. Quad jumping away towards the top side, but Busio's already down, and AL have massive health bars to work with. Quad underneath the tower should be able to survive, but should just be the dragon over to anyone's legend. Masu still getting chased down. Hope with the culling, and Masu is culled. AL get 3 out of the exchange, and they might not even turn their eyes towards the Drake. It looks like they're going to push through 2 lanes.
Now it looks like the #1 seed from the LPL closing in on FlyQuest territory after that last fight, just ballooning. Start to deny the Dragons now with this much of a gold lead and the powerful solo lane champions we were talking about.
Kyle, pretty tanky. As Hope dashes away, the tower falls.
Teleport comes in. Here's the flank from Aurora.
It's Shanks on the flank. Quad tries to go in, but the charm's only going to land onto Kyle. Hope with a depth charge on him. Quad chasing over with the Spirit Rush as well. Inspired looking for the kickback. Hope dashing away, and Inspired will secure the kill. Meanwhile, on the top side of the fight, Brooklyn's keeping Flandre at bay as Tarzan jumps back in. Inspired down. Shanks here to join the party, untouched so far. Flandre should be able to kill off Whippo as the Ambessa wins out against the Shen. Busio falls as well, and yes, you killed. Yeah, the take will be a little bit slower than AL would like. Hope being dead means their DPS isn't quite as high as it could be, but with 2.5 minutes on the next Drake, AL. I mean, you could wait for 4 seconds here if you're AL.
Yeah,
yep, they're going to do it. Wait for Hope to spawn. Main wave. Quad is now spotted on this vision. Hope was on the inhibitor tower. Kyle keeping Inspired busy as Quad spots the Spirit Rush. Whippo looking to engage as well. Tarzan can't quite land the stun. Kyle falling low. Zenith Blade into Solar Flare, but the satchel out means that Shanks is now on the back line. Flandre jumping in as well. Shanks able to dash away. Quad having to flash himself. Busio forced low down towards the bottom side. Tarzan looking for the chase. Will land the stun into the wall. The follow-up knock coming out from the rest of AL. They will knock down this inhibitor tower though, as FlyQuest continue to defend.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, so AL stand 5 strong.
And Quad looking for that flank public execution going in. The charm lands onto Shanks and delays enough, it feels here for Quad. Flandre looking for the chase. Shanks coming in from the side as well. The rest of FlyQuest. Well, there's the Stand United. I was going to say they've left Quad out to dry, but the Stand United didn't really do much. Whippo jumped on by Tarzan as Kyle goes across the wall as well with the Zenith Blade. Good double knock with the Keeper's Verdict. Inspired dashes in, knocks back Hope, and Hope is down. Hope is dead, but perhaps reignited for FlyQuest as Kyle is low as well. Flandre with a good flank position. Masu caught out. Tarzan will kill off Inspired with the help of Shanks. And for a moment it looked bright for FlyQuest, but AL still 4 members strong. Only Whippo and Busio left to defend.
And they're going to have a tough time of it just being 2 tanks here. So AL, they run straight through these towers, straight through these inhibitors. With the Baron buff, the onslaught continues.
Baron just expiring here, maybe enough for FlyQuest to hold on to the game. That was a Baron up cannon minion. I think it may have spelt the demise of FlyQuest's hopes in this series.
Kyle and Tarzan. Very nice versatility shown. Miracle. And they dig deep. Down so far in gold. And AL knocking on the door.
Quad looking to see perhaps if he can catch out Flandre, but everyone on AL so tanky now that FlyQuest don't really have an easy avenue to approach. Quad, public execution goes in. There's the Steadfast Presence into the Solar Flare, into the Keeper's Verdict, into Quad dashing away, but Inspired and Whippo are just gone. They no longer exist on the mortal plane, and nor do the rest of FlyQuest. AL have paved their way to the LCK on the bones of the LTA. A matchup with Genji awaits, as FlyQuest will have to settle for G2.
AL close it out.
G2 versus FlyQuest on the 4th of July. I feel like that's slightly biased scheduling. Like, you're going to put it on Independence Day when it's EU versus NA. Before that, obviously, we have the 2 series happening tomorrow as well, which I'm very much looking forward to. But the game